All right, and we are back in the lobby bar for the week of January the 9th, 2023. Brian and Michaela here with you. And Michaela, it is still January, aka dry January. But luckily, we had a treat this past week on our way to see Avatar. We were introduced to a new little riff on one of the most classic of mocktails. And I think you are just the person to whip one up for us.
I am. So this is a riff on a Shirley Temple. I think I called it the Judy Garland. Is that what I called it?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's what I called it. It's a classic. It's a riff on a classic. So it is just two ingredients, but there's ways to spruce it up and make it really adultish. It is Sprite and some pure pomegranate juice. Now, what you can do if you want is you can go to the store and you can buy pomegranate juice, and that's fine. You can express the juice yourselves. That sounds like a lot of work. We did not do
Yeah.
that.
No,
But we did make an amazing pomegranate syrup last week.
we
By
did.
we,
Yeah,
I mostly mean
absolutely.
you. Right?
We did, yeah. We made that holiday spiced grenadine using some just store-bought pomegranate juice and jazzing that up with some holiday spices. So, yeah, like we mentioned, that would be a really good combination with Sprite. But yeah, we were out at a restaurant on our way to see Avatar 2, and you and I had gotten some cocktails, and your kiddo was with us and needed a mocktail for him, and they didn't have the stuff to make a Shirley Temple, but they did have this pomegranate juice. So we're like, let's do one of those up.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it did the trick. It was really pretty. It was this very, very kind of blush pink kind of striation through there with the Sprite and things. And then you could
Yeah.
also jazz this up and make it a little fancier. If you didn't want to just go, too basic with it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was a little surprised because I thought this is going to look just like a Shirley Temple, and it totally didn't. It had like this layer going on, and you can add pomegranate seeds. It would be really nice with the mint leaves if you wanted to mull the mint down in the bottom of the glass before you poured everything in. That would add a nice kind of freshness to it if you wanted to. Yeah, this was a really nice surprise. My son loved it, and he felt very adult because the Shirley Temple is great. But a lot of people feel that that's a kid's drink. And, dry January, we're celebrating all adult beverages. Just because it's a mocktail doesn't mean it doesn't have to be adult. So
Yeah, that's right. So mix one of those up and jazz it up a little bit, and yeah, you're going to get a very fancy looking little mocktail for sure. And as I mentioned, Michaela, we were introduced to this mocktail on our way to see Avatar 2, which is what everyone else in the world was on their way to do this week as well. Box office results for the weekend: Avatar led the way again with another $45 million, followed by a very respectable showing for Megan. That creepy little girl doll came in just
with
over
the
$30 million.
ginormous eyeballs. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Ginormous eyeballs. That's right. Puss in Boots came in third place with 13 million. Man Called Otto, which hasn't even had its full wide release yet, in fourth place, and then Black Panther's sticking around in fifth place there. But another $45 million for James Cameron's Avatar. No surprise to anyone. No surprise to me, I guess. Really.
Yeah, I mean it's hanging in there. I have to say that there's like I guess it's only 30-40 minutes long, but I think HBO Go or HBO Max rather has the making of Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh,
And my son has been glued to it. He just loves it. Like it goes through a lot of the special effects, and it goes through like character kind of deep dives with the actors and kind of the process, because this was a 5-year, 6-year undertaking of a movie to make. So yeah, really cool. So it doesn't surprise me that it's done so well. I do keep hearing the same stuff, though, that it's visually amazing, that the story could be better, but that, from a visualization standpoint, it can't be beat. So
yeah, I think that's a lot of naysaying because I really like the story, and we talk a lot more about Avatar 2 over on our Patreon. If you want to hear kind of some more thoughts of that, it's patreon.com/drinkthemovies for some bonus content over there if you want to check that out. And like I said, it shows no signs of slowing down. Avatar: The Way of Water is up to seventh all time now in the worldwide box office standings at $1.7 billion. So those numbers are going to keep climbing up and up and up as we wait for the next big release, which isn't going to be, for a little while until the next Marvel film comes out. But what do we have coming out this week, Michaela? A Man Called Otto, I just mentioned, had a pretty good showing. It's getting its full wide release this year. That's the Tom Hanks movie. It is based on the book of a man called Ove, I think is what the book is titled. So we've got that going on, and then we have two more actiony, kind of one kind of mystery, sciency, spooky thriller kind of thing, and The Devil Conspiracy, and a more action oriented movie in Plane. Michaela, what do you know about The Devil Conspiracy or Plane? Anything?
So the Devil Conspiracy, there is well, it's a Czech fantasy horror film. If anybody doesn't know what that means, join in, because it's got this really kind of dark, gritty look to it. So I've seen the trailer for it. And I didn't know it came out this week. I thought it was a couple more weeks out, but I'm kind of excited about it. Mm-hmm. Because I like Joe Doyle. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm going to make it into the theaters to see it because we're entering Oscar season. So this is probably not going to get watched for like 4 or 5 months for me, just so everybody knows. But yeah. I like a good horror film, and it's it's got a fantasy.
The Devil Conspiracy could win an Oscar. You don't know.
Oh, it could. It could totally do it. Okay. The storyline looks absurdly intriguing. So
it does. You know what? It reminds me of like movies like in the early 2000s when there were just a bunch of like weird action adventure, sci-fi kind of weird things going on as everyone was getting their DVD players and their Blu-ray players, and you just had a whole like surplus of this kind of movie. But yeah, it looks actually kind of fun. It's probably going to, not be anything too great, but it looks like it might be a good time. So I have to check that one out. Maybe
it mixes Jesus and DNA. I mean, come on.
Who doesn't love that? That's right. And this next film, it mixes Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter. It is called Plane. It is about a pilot who is has to crash land his commercial plane, and there's I don't know, some sort of prisoner on board, and then they have to, fight their way out of this jungle kind of thing. Also harkens back to these action adventure movies of our youth, possibly. So that could be something else that's pretty fun. Not going to be anything spectacular, I don't think, but could be a good time.
Yeah, it's got Tony Goldwyn from Ghost. I mean, it could be fine. It's kind of like Con Air.
It has Lost. A guy from Ghost. Yeah. What more can you say?
I don't know. I love Tony Goldwyn. I was thinking about him this weekend, and I don't really know why. But he came to mind talking about something. So yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to see this. Again, this is definitely not going to be watched by me this week. It's going to be something from.
Yeah, keep these in mind for after our Oscar watch. We'll need something to decompress, so these might be good picks. So let us know if you're going to make it out to see either of those, and let us know if you're going to be watching the Golden Globes, because Michaela, the Golden Globes are tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit, kind of a more of a full recap. We might do a little red carpet kind of hangout over on Patreon. I'm not 100% sure what we've got planned for that, but we wanted to just kind of touch on the nominees here for Best Motion Picture in the Drama and Best Motion Picture and Musical Comedy category. We could each make kind of a quick pick. We don't have to get too in depth with that. We're Oscar people, but we're definitely interested to see how Golden Globes does in its triumphant question mark return. But we'll see. Best Motion Picture Drama, Michaela, here are your nominees. You've got Avatar: The Way of Water, Elvis, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick. Elvis and drama and not a musical comedy, and I don't know, interesting, but we've got 5 there. Which one's your pick for the drama category?
So the one I want to win is The Fabelmans, because I think I love that movie so much, for all the reasons why you would love a film. However, this is going to be hard. I have a feeling that Top Gun Maverick's going to take it away.
Okay, Top Gun Maverick is Michaela's pick there in the drama category. And then for musical comedy, we've got Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, and Triangle of Sadness. What about that, musical or comedy? Do you have any quick picks there for that one, Michaela?
Everything Everywhere All at Once should totally win this one. Now, to that being said, I haven't seen Babylon. And I'm really excited about that one, but Everything Everywhere All at Once is, yes, that one. That's my pick.
That's the one. Okay, so my picks are going to be The Fablemans and Everything Everywhere All at Once. So we'll see who is right there on that. Those are kind of the front runners, I think, in terms of the Oscar selection. So we'll see. We'll see how these Golden Globes shake out, and then we just have a couple of weeks to wait before the Oscar noms come out. So, Michaela, with that in mind, you just mentioned we haven't seen Babylon. Maybe we should finish these Judy Garlands and make our way into the movie theater and check it out. What do you think?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I've got extra pomegranate seeds that we can throw at everybody in front of us.
Wow, that is a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You did not hear that from us. So thank you so
Nope.
much for joining us this week in the lobby bar, and look forward to the main show this week. We are going back to 1999 to talk about the most twisty of movie twists of all time in The Sixth Sense. So thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you later.